Joining us right now in our RV is Eagles defensive lineman Moro Ojomo. Moro, how you doing, man?
Moro.
Doing good. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. So, Moro, when Mitt Williams left, I'm curious, how did your preparation for the upcoming season change, knowing that you were going to be the guy to step in for him?
I think that I went about it the same way. I try to improve every single season and take advantage of opportunities in life and give it my best shot. So that was kind of the way I went about it, just put my best foot forward and keep working.
Does it feel different for you? I know for us as fans, for me, it feels different hearing about you, watching you out there now in the last couple of years, right? You're a seventh-round pick. You come in here, and it's one of those things where you hear your name in camp, and you're doing well. And then last year you played a little bit more, and we got to know you more. But now there's an expectation, at least from us, that you're going to play more this year. Does it feel different for you on the practice field this summer compared to the last few?
I think the only difference is the amount of reps, but my mentality is the same. I've always been hungry, and I've always wanted more for myself as a player and improve every day, every year, right? So it doesn't feel different from that perspective, but I mean, I love the competition, and we've got the greatest offensive line in the NFL, so that's been great to go versus every day.
So tell me about that a little bit. What is it like to go against those guys every day trying to improve your pass rush and everything? What is that like for you?
It's everything. Competitors enjoy competing, and when you've got all pros, pro bowlers, guys that you can bounce ideas off of, guys you can work things with, guys that you can just compete, it's the makings of a great team.
I'm curious about that because you're not the first person that I heard say that. I think it was who we talked to. Was it Jalix we talked about?
Jalix, yeah.
And he was telling us about how he asked different questions about why you set this way and things like that. So when you guys do your one-on-ones and you go watch the film, is that a normal thing to go and ask the offensive lineman why did he do certain things when you're in your pass rush and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think the best thing to do, right? When you're going versus guys like Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, right? Those guys have established themselves in the league, and they know what works and what doesn't. They know what is harder to go against and what is not, right? So, just a tip here, a tip there can really elevate your game.
What's it like playing for Vic Fangio? What is he like when it's just you guys? Because we've heard some stories that and we hear it when he speaks to the media. He seems very honest, like he's pretty forthcoming. Yeah. Is he like that with you guys? To tell us about Vic, what's he like as a coach?
I think Vic is amazing, and his ability to connect to us has been amazing. And I think that we all have an understanding in the room that we have a job to get done and do it at a high level, and he demands that of us. And we've been able to rally around it, and he's a guy you want to play for.
So this is one of the youngest defense in the league. It was pretty young last year, but you've gotten even younger this offseason. What is it like for you? It feels like there's a chance, and the NFL changes fast, but that you guys could grow together. That last year could just be the start of that. Is it exciting to know the guy lining up next to you, the guy behind you, the guy on the outside? You guys could be together for a while here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, 100%. I think that we've had the ability to just connect, and I think that this defense takes pride in kind of being young and maybe kind of not being known a ton, and we just see it's almost a weight on our shoulder, and we carry it.
What is it like playing next to a guy like Jalen Carter, man?
I mean, it's everything. Jalen, the respect he just deserves and he gets, and then also just learning from him. I think that Jalen Carter is one of the smartest players I've ever been around, from an instinctual type, from knowledge, from the little things of the top of the rush, knowing where to put his body, the lean, finishing a lot of plays that a lot of guys don't. Jalen's talent in football is incredible.
Moro Ojomo with us here, Eagles defensive lineman. So tell us about your story and kind of how you got here, because there's certain players like Jalix Hunt, for example. He played safety, right, and then he's kind of moved up and become an edge. Were you, from the time you got to Texas, an interior defensive lineman? Did you kind of grow into that? How did you get to this point now where it feels like you're one of the better interior pass rushers in the league? Is that something that you grew into, or you kind of had that natural thing when you started playing football and then got to Texas?
Yeah, I think when I got to Texas, they moved me around a lot. I'm kind of a tweener build, a guy that's heavy for defensive end but a little light for interior. And when I was at Texas, I played defensive end. I played head-up nose. I played three technique. I kind of did it all. And being at Philly, we know with the incredible staff and everyone that we've got, I've been able to just learn and improve in my craft. And everything I do is because of the people around me. Take us back to last year, the Super Bowl. You guys put an incredible performance out there against the Chiefs. And
every player we've talked to, there's the sense I've gotten is you guys kind of felt you had the right plan going in. You felt very confident going in. Was there a moment early in that game, late in that game? Like, was there a moment you felt like it's working? Everything Vic said, it's happening. Because that's what it felt like for us watching it, where you guys just, and then very few teams do that to the Chiefs, but you guys seemed to know what was coming as it came, and you made a lot of big plays. How did it all come together, and when did you know Vic's plan was really spot on?
Yeah, I think the preparation of this team, outside of the talent and just the culture, is one of the things that set us apart. Our coaches present us every possible thing that we can see on the football field, and when we get there, we can play fast and free, and I think that's what you saw.
What's it like playing in the city of Philadelphia? So you played in Texas, you played in front of that's a rabid fan base in Texas for the Longhorns, and now you're here in Philadelphia. You've gotten a chance to play in front of two of the biggest fan bases in the football world. What's it like playing in Philadelphia for you?
Yeah, one, shout out to the Philadelphia fans. I think us as a team appreciate your energy, and we appreciate everything that you guys do for us. Secondly, it's been amazing. Nobody wants to play on a field and not have the fans behind them. Nobody wants that, right? So we've got a tough fan base, and a fan base that wants to see the best out of us, wants to see us represent their city, right? Wear that logo with some pride, and I think that's amazing.
Every defensive player that sat here, I asked them a question. I'm going to ask you the same thing. What is the number that you have in your head for your sack total this year?
I don't like to set limiting goals in my life, right? So I go give you an answer, but I think that we all want to eat, we all want to get better, and we all want to attack it. You know what I'm saying? We've got a great opportunity ahead of us, and that's the plan.
The plan is to start this thing 1 month from today, right? On September 4th against the Cowboys. So where are you guys, like, in mentally in terms of this defense and putting it all in? I know it's probably ahead of where you were a year ago, right? Because Vic was new. This is the second year at Vic. But a month until the opener, a few days before the first preseason game, where do you guys feel you are in terms of getting up to speed where you need to be for the regular season?
Yeah, first of all, shout out my defensive line coach, Coach Hurt. I think that he's done great work with us, and I think that going into our second year with him, he's been able to allow us to play faster, right? Now we see little things, right? In a certain formation last year, we might have got something 90% of the time. If he's telling us that, we can see that a lot quicker. And it just allows me, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, all those guys in this room, Thomas Booker, to play even faster, to be even more dominant, and that's the goal.
These practices, from my perspective, we've been here a lot during Camp Moro, they've been pretty long. I mean, longer than maybe when you first got here. I know last year they started to get a little longer, and then this year they feel like they're long again. What is that like for you in terms of recovery, rest, and do you like it? Do you like the long, and I'm not going to say grueling. Grueling was maybe more when Hugh played, but do you like the longer practices?
Yeah, I think that the idea is to never stay the same and evolve. And if the coach believes that the best plan is to practice that way, then that's what we're going to do, right? We're an organization top to bottom that we kind of listen to the top, and what they believe is best for us is what we follow.
All right, Moro, we appreciate you hopping in here and being part of the show today. Good luck this season, and we're expecting to see a lot of you out there in the field. So good luck and have a great year.
Thank you, guys.
There he goes. Moro Ojomo, Eagles defensive lineman, who's going to be a big part of the rotation this year. We saw him come on at the end of last season. We appreciate him hopping in our RV here.